Today, as we begin a self-discovery journey into the art of living alone and fully embracing life, this path is not just about solitude. It's an opportunity for deep self-discovery, empowerment, and significant growth. Find your coziest spot as we dive into this enriching adventure together. Have you ever thought about what lessons solitude might reveal? How could living by yourself change your life in unexpected ways? How might Buddha's ancient wisdom help you not only cope with solitude, but also thrive in it? These questions are more than just curiosities. They are the doorway to a remarkable exploration. In our fast-paced world, solitude can seem daunting or even frightening. We often cling to draining relationships, seek approval from others, and feel overwhelmed by our emotional burdens and societal pressures. But consider this: the quiet moments we often dread might actually hold the key to our fullest potential. Living alone is not about isolation. It's about embracing freedom. It's about quieting the noise around us and discovering our inner beauty. Solitude offers a moment to heal, to grow, and to see life with a clearer perspective. Through Buddha's lasting lessons, you will learn to cherish calmness, find strength in your fears, and discover joy in the simplest aspects of life. In this video, we'll guide you on how to turn loneliness into serene peace, how to find satisfaction in solitude, and how to lead a richer, more vibrant life. Plus, stay tuned for a powerful bonus lesson at the end, a revelation that could be life-changing. If there's one insight to take from this video, let it be this: true happiness begins within. That's the most crucial life lesson. Now let's start with Lesson 1, releasing toxic relationships. Have you ever felt the weight of someone else's negativity dragging you down? Their energy seems to cloud your thoughts and obscure your path. Buddhist philosophy understands this deeply. It encourages us to let go, not just of material things, but also of toxic relationships that drain our emotional and spiritual energy. True contentment, especially in solitude, starts with releasing what hinders your growth. Picture a lotus flower rising from a muddy pond. Unblemished by the mud below, it symbolizes our potential to rise above unhealthy bonds. Toxic relationships can anchor us down, preventing us from thriving. Buddhism teaches that our attachment to these relationships is the root of suffering. Our modern lives often trick us into believing that we need to cling to every connection out of fear, guilt, or habit. But what if real peace and clarity come from letting go? You don't have to fill silence with someone else's voice. Often, solitude can reveal the truths we seek. Buddha's teachings remind us that attachment leads to suffering. By letting go, you gain freedom. Reflect on your relationships. Identify those who uplift you and those who drain you. Evaluate the energies you allow in your life. It's not cruel to distance yourself from toxicity. It's an act of self-love. When you release toxic people, you don't lose. You gain something invaluable: peace, empowerment, and purpose. Try this practical exercise. List the people in your life and note how each person makes you feel. If someone consistently brings negativity, think about ways to gradually distance yourself. You might reduce contact, set boundaries, or if necessary, cut ties completely. Consider this process like tending a garden. Removing weeds might seem harsh at first, but soon you'll witness joy and contentment flourishing. Your happiness isn't tied to others. It's a gift you give yourself. Rise like the lotus, shed the mud, and embrace the serenity that solitude can offer. As you embark on this journey, you're not just learning to be happy alone, you're claiming the freedom to shape the life you truly deserve.
Now let's explore lesson 2, embracing solitude as freedom. Unlike loneliness, which feels like an aching void, solitude is a sanctuary. It's a space where the world's noise fades away, allowing you to connect deeply with your own thoughts and untapped potential. In Buddhist thought, solitude is something to cherish, not fear. It provides fertile ground for self-discovery and inner peace. Picture a traveler on a quiet mountain path. Initially, the silence might seem intimidating, but soon natural sounds fill the space, bringing attention to the beauty of the journey. Solitude peels away distractions and reveals who we truly are. In today's interconnected world, being alone is often misunderstood. Despite social media pressures, suggesting constant connectivity equals happiness, many people surrounded by others still feel unfulfilled. Buddhist wisdom on self-sufficiency is particularly relevant here. To find true joy, we must learn to find peace within ourselves, because, as Buddha taught, it is better to walk alone than with a crowd heading in the wrong direction. Start small. Dedicate just 10 minutes each day to solitude. Sit in a quiet space without your phone or music. No distractions allowed. At first, your thoughts may race, but soon calmness will emerge. Use this time to meditate or simply breathe deeply. This isn't just practice in being alone. It's practice in being fully present and aware. Over time, you'll discover the freedom that solitude offers. You'll notice hidden passions bubbling up, perhaps a love for painting or writing, or simply walking in nature. You'll find strengths you didn't know you had, like resilience and creativity. When you embrace solitude, you stop searching for validation in others. You realize you are enough. Think about this. If you can stand strong in your solitude, nothing can shake you. You are no longer afraid of being alone because you've made peace with yourself. When you're comfortable being alone, you become unstoppable. So take this moment to pause, step away from the crowd, and step into the beautiful, boundless world of your own soul. Lesson 3. Boundaries reflect self-respect. Have you ever said yes to something you didn't want, just to avoid conflict or please someone else? In those moments, a piece of your energy is given away, leaving you drained and unfulfilled. Boundaries in Buddhist philosophy are not walls meant to shut others out. They are sacred spaces that honor your self-worth and protect your inner peace. They remind both you and the world that your well-being matters. Imagine a small, vibrant garden surrounded by a simple fence. The fence isn't there to block sunlight or keep you trapped. It ensures that the garden thrives, safe from wandering feet or careless hands. You too are like that garden. Without boundaries, your energy can be trampled by demands and negativity from others, leaving you exhausted and disconnected from yourself. In today's world, setting boundaries can feel selfish or harsh, but truthfully, they are acts of self-respect. They declare that you value your time, energy, and emotional health. Buddhist teachings encourage us to practice right action, choosing behaviors that align with our highest good, and that includes learning when to say no. Begin by reflecting on areas of your life where you feel drained. Is it a friend who constantly unloads their problems without listening? Is it work commitments taken on out of guilt? Identify these energy leaks and visualize boundaries needed. Start small, a simple kind refusal or clear statement of needs. For instance, instead of saying, "I guess I can help," try, "I'd love to help." but I don't have capacity right now. At first, setting boundaries may feel uncomfortable, even confrontational, but remember, it's not about rejecting others. It's about choosing yourself. Over time, you'll notice something extraordinary. The more you honor your boundaries, the more others will respect them too. And those who don't, they were never meant to be part of your journey. Boundaries aren't barriers. They are bridges leading towards healthier, more authentic versions of ourselves. They protect our energy, foster self-worth, and create freedom, focusing on what truly matters. As you practice this, you'll realize every no said outwardly becomes another powerful yes, directed inward towards honoring oneself. Choose yourself, protect your peace, and watch how happiness grows. Lesson 4. Inner peace begins within. Have you ever searched endlessly for happiness, hoping it would appear through new jobs or relationships or through others' approval? Yet no matter how much you achieve or how many people praise you, the joy seems fleeting, like trying to hold water in your hands. Buddhism teaches us an important truth. Happiness isn't found outside. It begins within. True inner peace comes not from seeking validation, but from nurturing harmony inside your own heart. Picture a calm lake at dawn, its surface perfectly still. This serenity doesn't come from anything outside. It arises because waters are undisturbed. Your mind is like that lake. When you stop chasing after external validation, you allow ripples settle, revealing beauty, stillness, self-acceptance. In today's world, it's all too easy mistaking external approval for genuine happiness. We often let social media, likes, career achievements, dictate self-worth. But basing joy on such validations is risky. It can shift as quickly as changing tides. Buddhist philosophy encourages profound shifts inward, echoing Buddha's words. Peace comes from within, not outside. Begin practicing mindfulness. Dedicate just 5 minutes each day, sitting quietly, focusing on breathing, observing thoughts without judgment. This grounding exercise helps realize true joy isn't dependent upon external circumstances, but rather internal responses towards them. Complement this practice with gratitude. Each night, jot down 3 things you're grateful for. They needn't be monumental. Even simple joys like warmth, sunlight, strangers' smile, quiet evening can shift focus from lack towards abundance possessed. Lesson 5. The power of self-love. Self-love is often misunderstood. Many people think it's selfish, but in reality, it is the foundation from which all forms of love can grow, including love for others. Without nurturing your own well-being first, you risk becoming an empty shell, unable to care for anyone else around you. Visualize a tree with deep roots. Its strength allows it to provide shade, bear fruit, and withstand storms. All of this comes from those roots. Similarly, by nurturing your own well-being, you grow stronger and more resilient, becoming better equipped to support those you love. Reframe solitude as an act of self-care. Choosing to spend time alone isn't a sign of weakness. It's a brave decision to prioritize your mental health and emotional stability. Affirm your worthiness daily with positive statements like, "I am enough," or "I deserve happiness." These affirmations can gradually transform your inner dialogue, promoting a healthier mindset. Incorporate self-care into your daily routine, not just as a treat, but as a necessity. Engage in activities that nourish your body, mind, and soul, like yoga sessions, relaxing baths, or reading your favorite books. Listen attentively to the needs of your body and mind. Give them the rest and care they deserve. Over time, these acts build a solid foundation of self-respect and inner strength, enhancing your overall happiness.